Well, when you put it that way, alright, I'll do it! Anyway, Tolstoy Kafkaevsky here, and, I got me some plastic crap action figures to review, cause I'm so popular with the ladies, Anyway, so, yeah, I saw these in a Toys R Us a while back. Now, I've seen, Resident Evil action figures before. Spoiler alert! In case you hadn't, like, looked at the top of the video of actually, YouTube's implementing new changes to YouTube, so you won't even be able to see the title of the video. And, no, I'm just kidding, but seriously, it sounds like something they would do. So I'd seen some Resident Evil action figures before, but these look kind of interesting, and I had a look, and to be honest, I bought a couple of them, which I should be ashamed of, but it was so long ago I've remade the money that I've spent. I mean, I make that kind of money in a couple hours anyway, even though those couple hours are spent in the darkness, alone, wondering and looking for myself in an existentialist haze that makes me want to commit suicide. Anyway, so what's going on? They're Resident Evil Archives figures, Series 2, and, yeah, I got me a couple of them. I got Jill Valentine in her awesome, STARS uniform, personally. I think later on, didn't Jill start wearing slutty clothing? I did not like that, I'm sorry. Zombie Apocalypse. What's the first thought? Zombie Apocalypse? I'm gonna put on a little miniskirt and fight me some zombies! Like, no, that would not be my first... My first thought would be like, okay, I got my raincoat, my fucking gun, and I got my knife, and... you know, I wouldn't be fucking thinking about, yeah, I had coffee for this one! Oh... I wouldn't be thinking about, you know, dressing like a whore. Anyway, so, I got me some Jill Valentine original STARS outfit. First of all, I don't know if I mentioned this, I've only played Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 4. I like Resident Evil 1, even though it was kitsch, or, what's the word, camp. Resident Evil 4 was camp, I like Resident Evil 1. I never played 2 or 3, but I hear they're awesome, so maybe I should play them, but I probably won't. I'm a Dino Crisis kind of guy. Representing West Side! Anyway, so... Fuck me. God damn it, this is what I do for you people. Female subscribers went down 15%. Anyway, so, I got a couple here. I was arguing in my head who I should open up. I got, Jill Valentine and the Hunter! Which is like one of the most iconic enemies. Personally, I hear that they've made... Here you go. On the side of the box, first of all, the packaging, wicked awesome. I mean, seriously, it was like... someone made a really good decision, except for this. On the back, they're like advertising for the video games. They're like, hey, don't you want to play on the Wii? And I'm like, hey, fuck you. No. So, Wii fanboys, I hear them coming. Ah, they're gonna find me! Yeah, so it's like, they made Chris Redfield... the liquor, which, that always looked like, I'm sorry, a really retarded enemy. Like, someone was like, I mean, just smoking a shitload of hemp that day. They came into work in Japan, and they were like, what the kind of video game, you know, enemy you got today for the Resident Evil? And, like, someone was like, it's called a liquor, man. And, like, it's got a big, long tongue. I mean, what the fuck? They got your regular zombies, which are alright. I like Resident Evil zombies. They're alright. They're classic. They're not like the fast rage zombies. They're the classic zombie, which is kind of cooler, in my opinion. You got your Jill Valentine... Lab Coat Zombie, Hunter, a hunk? Are you serious? Like the ones from number 2, those guys in the face masks, those, awesome. But they also have Tyrant, and I always wanted the Tyrant, but I can never find it wherever I go. I mean, like, you can look it up on the internet, but, I don't know, there's just something about being, like, a nerd hunter and, like, going into, like, a, hang on, I'm gonna blow it, being a nerd hunter and, like, you know, going into fucking, you know, wherever they have plastic crap, like FYE or whatever, and going like, and, like, looking for it, you know. Finding it on the internet is sort of like shooting a deer that's, like, nuzzling the barrel, you know. It doesn't seem like good sportsmanship, but I'll do it, I guess, sometimes. So, yeah, here's what's weird. Spoiler alert, I guess if you haven't played Resident Evil. Born from a fertilized human egg that was infused with reptilian DNA. I always thought, from files that you could get inside the game, that hunters were made of gorillas. Because they talk about giving gorillas the T-virus and then, like, throwing pigs in the tank, because, like, I guess the people at Umbrella had fucking nothing better to do. Like, they were like, what do you want to do today? I don't know, man. Want to, like, throw some pigs in with some gorillas and shoot them up with the T-virus? Like, that was a good fucking idea. Yeah, and, but apparently I'm wrong. Apparently it's a half human, half... These things always scared the crap out of me. Not as much as the... Well, the worst thing in Resident Evil anything has got to be the regenerators from number 4. See, I have never been so... I mean, just hearing that... down the hall. I was like walking in through the game going like, mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. I mean, I was... So, fuck, they must have put crank in that coffee. I mean, normally I don't this hard, but yeah. So anyway, I was deciding on which one I should probably open up, and to be completely honest, I look and I think Miss Valentine has joints in her arms, but only like here. Like she doesn't have them here, just on the shoulders. She looks almost worse than the Metal Gear Solid. Where did my Metal Gear Solid action figure go anyway? Oh, I put it up there. Yeah, it looks almost worse than the Metal Gear Solid action figures, to be completely honest. The accessories look wicked awesome. She comes with like some fucking... I mean, like, why 3 different grenades? In that game, you don't really use grenades. I mean, you have a grenade launcher, you have, you know, a little whatever, but I don't even use that weapon that much. It's not as iconic. I mean, a health kit? Oh, they do have health spray there. Well, whatever. A weed, a plant. They should have put, like, one of those green plants, herbs. So yeah, and she comes with a stand, which means she can't stand on her own. However, the reptile thing, the hunter, does not come with a stand. So, and how come no Barry? No love for Barry, whatever the fuck his last name was? The red shirt, the master of all unlocking. That guy with his big old fucking silver revolver, which is probably, like, compensating for some shit. Anyway, so enough of me talking. I'm gonna have to break this down to 13 parts. Great, tape on the side. I know how to handle me some tape. They should get interesting. This is my great-grandfather's antique straight razor from whenever. Fuck if I know. It's dull as holy shit these days. I mean, these are actually illegal. Most straight razors are so sharp. They're so shitty chicken. They're so sharp that I mean, really, you couldn't even carry them in your pocket because, like, one slice and you could kill somebody. Let's see. Oh! Big and alive. I should be really careful with this. This isn't even funny. Actually, I'm just going to put this away. Because it's an antique. It was my great-granddaddy's who came to America. He was the smart one. The brothers. So one of the brothers stayed in Germany. That's not even funny. Oh my god. I'm going to hell for that. God's like, that was the one. He's like, checked it off a list. Like, definitely, now you're definitely going to hell. Anyway, I'll open it with a gun. No, not working. Okay, enough of my bullshit. Let's use the good old Winchester buck knife. I like this one. It's a nice little light, you know, a nice little light knife. It's, I mean, I've got some shit that, like my big old Nazi scalping knife that I showed off in my last review. That thing's fucking huge, but to be honest, it's so unwieldy. I mean, what would be the point? Although, it kind of reminds me of, the knife, not only from, you know, Inglourious Basterds, but from, oh, you know, that... Oh, he does come with a stand. Well, that could be problemated. That could be problematic, yo. Like Impactfoliation or Impactify. Oh, crazy people on the news making up words, and for some reason it's always based off the word impact, which is a noun, and you shouldn't be verbing. Alright, first thing we got is twist ties. It's the first thing you notice when you open up the box. They should make these things out of, like, silk or something. Like, if you're gonna make it that fucking annoying, make them nice. Like, make them out of, like, red silk. Or some shit. Then I would be, like, less inclined to hate you. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of nice. It's, you know, it'd be a nice feature. And I'll wear a little monocle. And because everyone who opens up action figures is obviously an adult collector. And, yeah. Oh my god. So, yeah, you gotta pull out these twist ties. And then after you're done pulling out the twist ties, because you want more female viewers to leave your fucking site, your little channel, shouldn't have had spicy food for lunch. Alright, I'm in the zone. I died at 13 and now I live in the zone 24/7. Except for, instead of Russian Mafia in England, I'm living in the zone playing with, like, computer games. Oh my god. Anyway. Oh, my life's a waste. If only when I was younger I'd spent my life lifting weights and rooting for football teams. Oh, if only I had known. Right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, right, the man who spends his entire life, you know, looking for truth inside the... I'm glad I opened this one. So what the fuck, you know, Capcom? Oh, let's make... Or NECA, I guess. NECA made these, and you made them without joints? Right, let's make an action figure that has no joints, and in the same series, make an action figure that has kick-ass joints! What was your choice in making that choice? You choosers! Anyway, yeah, well... Do the hand... Oh... joints are all very nice. It's what you notice when you first crack into it. I I have a sneaking suspicion. Ooh, the leg, the feet work too? God, this is high quality. And it looks just as scary as it was in the game. I mean, and it's interesting because you don't see, most action figures are of people, not monsters. And that's kind of like a thing that I noticed. And that's why I didn't want to really open this one. It's because I've got a million of them. Right now I'm looking at Knuckles as a person. I got Simon Belmont. I've got Cloud, Snake. I take back exactly what I said about most action figures being about people. I guess they're not. Unless you count Lombax as a person. Anyway, so, ooh. Oh, baby, my jungle love. Yeah, all the joints are very, very fun to fuck with. They're very, very, very articulated. They're like Barbie articulated. Not that I know what it's like to play with Barbies. And, yeah. The fingers individually move. Kick ass! There's not much to say. There's nothing else I can, like, review. There's no, like, nothing I can put in his hands. I mean, like, I could be all, like, you know... Hang on, I can do this. Could be like, this is a sticker! You give me your money! That wasn't funny. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm, like, choosing jokes like, I don't know. Banker? I barely know her! It's like, what's going on in my head right now? Anyway. A little cold. 007 time. Anyway. Maybe I am schizophrenic. I mean, half the time I'm thinking, you know, I should go to a psychologist and get some drugs, but to be honest, if that's the way I have to live life, it just doesn't seem worth it. Like, it's so sad, because it's like, if you're mentally impaired, it's almost like dying of cancer, because there's nothing you can do. It's like, cancer isn't as a result of bad health. It is sometimes, but I'm saying, it's like, for the most part, if you get, like, you know, bladder cancer, oh my god. The fucking mouth opens up! It's like hinged like that! Oh my god! I can make it do the review for me. I will review this gun. It's a gun! Also, I have a radiator. So, probably one of the best action figures I've ever held in my hands. Yeah, go out and buy it now. Pester your fucking parents. Even though you're like 25. What's wrong with you? You're still living with your parents. Don't you know the economy's all fixed now? No. Anyway. So now, because I have so much fucking shame, I'm going to ritualistically disembowel myself. Just like a fucking samurai. Except for, I guess I'm more of a Ronin, because a samurai would get all the chicks. I mean, samurai must have gotten a bunch of chicks in their days. They must have been like, "I samurai, baby, take off the robe." And they're like, "Yeah, daddy." What the fuck is wrong with me? Alright, well, stop fucking moving, chair. God damn. Why is it the chair always have to rotate like there's a fucking ghost in it or some shit? I'm trying to focus on some shit and you're spinning around. I had to slice you up right now if this was real. Alright, this is gonna be difficult. Anyway, this was Tolstoy Kafkaevsky saying, I don't know.
My only regret was that I didn't like Halo Reach. Oh, also, that one time I didn't eat that cheap sandwich. It was really cheap and it looked really good, but I didn't have any money. Also, the fact that I did all these fucking YouTube reviews and the cock blocked me for all eternity. I really kind of fucking regret that. Yeah, and there was that one time in 3rd grade when I told my teacher off and she said I had to go sit in the corner. So embarrassing. You know, I don't think I'm really dying.